What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jazz. Coming to you with a quick message right now, or hopefully I can keep it quick because it is one that I'm slightly passionate about. I want to talk to the younger women, and I'm saying this as I just turned 30 this year, praise the Lord. But I want to speak to, so some people would consider me younger, but I really want to speak to like the very young women who are 18 and 20 and 21. I'd like to speak to that age group, and maybe even older, that's fine as well, but really whoever would listen. But I think that there is something I would really like to share with younger women at that age, in that age range. I want to encourage you, for one, if you do nothing else, seek a relationship with Christ. I believe that having a relationship with Him has been the only thing that has anchored me my entire life. That has anchored me, especially through the years of my 20s. I think that I would have made a lot of different decisions, and I was, headed towards making certain decisions had it not been for His goodness and Him directing me in a different way. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 through 6 says, to lean not to your own understanding, but in all of your ways acknowledge the Lord, and He shall direct your path. And I know that the things that have turned out well in my life have only happened because He has directed my path every step of the way. And so I encourage you first and foremost to do that. But I also will say to the young women, I highly encourage you, if God has placed a young man in your life that you see displaying the fruits of godliness, then, pray about it and ask the Lord if He would have you to pursue that relationship and continue to invest your space and time in it. But honestly, what I'm seeing is that there are a lot of young women who are so focused on being in a relationship and, focused on their outer appearance, which your beauty is, given to you by the Lord. So do with it and cherish it as you will. But I just find that you should not focus your attention on a man. Your life is your own, and it's a gift that's given to you by God Himself and God alone. And I'm not anti-marriage, of course not, because as a believer, a follower of Jesus Christ, of course I want to see godly marriages come into play. But especially for young women, when you center and you focus your attention around a man that God is not bringing into your life, you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting yourself in danger of potential situations, and you're stifling your own ability to have the life that you desire for yourself. So everything from getting pregnant at a very young age. When you get pregnant at a young age, you now put yourself in a position where your focus has now become taking care of children and making sure that your child's well-being goes before your own. You don't know, if this man hasn't promised you his life by way of marriage, then do not promise him yours. When you give your body over to Him, you're giving Him the ability to impact you in so many ways, to impact your health, to impact your future, to impact you financially, emotionally, spiritually, in every way. And if this man has not dedicated himself first to Christ and then to you, then why would you dedicate something so powerful as your womb over to Him? And this is not a message of judgment. This is a message of encouragement. I encourage you that if you have family members and friends or peers that are around you that are encouraging you to sleep around and to be with different men and to just be lackadaisical in the realm of relationships, I am here to say that I highly suggest that you be picky. I highly suggest that you be prayerful and that you honestly refrain from dating unless and until God presents a man to you that shows you that He's willing to pursue you with intent, and the intent to marry you, to honor you, and to make you His wife. Because if you're not seeing that, then more than likely this man is going to waste your time. He's going to waste your time. He's going to take away your youth, your years, your beauty even, and he's going to leave you in a position that's worse than where you are right now. If you focus on your relationship with God, you focus on making the right decisions, living your life according to how you really desire, then you might end up finding that man along the way. But you're not putting your life at risk or, putting it in a trajectory that you don't desire for it to be in because of this, rendezvous with this one guy. And so I just think of so many times in my young adult years, where at the moment, whoever I was talking to seemed like it could have been, I don't know if I would say forever, but it seemed like it was something worth my time and worth investing in. And now I look back and I'm like, praise the Lord that I didn't invest nearly as much time or energy into half of the men that entertained me or that came my way. Because none of them, well, I don't want to say none, but majority of them were not serious. And had they had their way, my life would be in a very different place and not for the better. So I encourage younger women, slow down. What is the rush to be married? What is the rush to be in a relationship? Unless you feel the peace of God and you see the intention from this man. If those two things are not there, then more than likely he's not pursuing you how he ought to be and how you deserve to be. And so I just wanted to share that. Live your life. Focus your attention on yourself and on those that God has already placed in your life, being your family or your friends or, for yourself. What do you want for your own life? And upon him placing someone in your life, I wouldn't rush it. So there's another one of my rants. Stay tuned or come back to the channel if you want to hear about relationships or anything, all that jazz. So thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed day.